All right, there we go. Okay. So adjusting something real quick. Did it go through? No. No, it did go through. Okay. What's going on, guys? You already know what's happening. The crazy Instagram live, you know? Yeah, I was a little late on the pushing out their live on my channel. Just got caught up, but I was debating on doing a live on this, but I was like, screw it, man. I got nothing else to do, you know? Yeah, no, when somebody sent me the live, I think actively as it was happening, and then when I finally looked at it, it was gone, and then went to the page or Oscar's Instagram, and then it was just gone. So I was like, oh man, did nobody get that? But luckily we got some good subscribers out there who got it, and I think I had a couple of people who had some different recordings, and I'm just happy that they were able to do that. By the way, I'm sick, so if it sounds stuffed up or if I cough or my voice is really deep, that's why. Yeah. I'm not in my usual setup with the pallets and the light. I just didn't. It's raining, and it's in like this dog kennel storage shed type thing that I built. So I decided I didn't want to go outside. It's cold. So we're doing it in here today. All right, let me backtrack a second. When did they go live? They went, I can't remember what time it was, but I think he said it was like in the AM, right? Or maybe not. Either it was like really, really late, or it was really, really early in the morning. I wasn't even aware about this live until you posted it. Yeah, a lot of people didn't even know. And then I started getting some notifications. And I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. Luckily, again, we have some good people out there. Super crazy. This is about to take a turn. Oh, for sure. We already know that like Kira's gonna become unhitched, and I mean, can you blame her? Which I will be making a whole ass video on. So don't worry, that's coming too. You know, this is just a quick live, so all of us can, you know, discuss. In fact, let's do this. If any of you want to hop on, you don't have to. No pressure. We can just keep doing this way. But I put a link in the chat. You might have to create an account. I don't remember, but that link will lead you to this live, and you can hop on here and talk if you want, and then you'll be in live, but only if you want to. Where can I see the live? On my channel. It's there. I just posted like an hour or so ago. I do plan on getting a PO box soon. I need to, because I have I've been dealing with some health issues lately, so I have selected like 5 people for that. I haven't forgotten. I know a lot of people may have been like thinking I forgot about sending out the chips. I haven't. I've just been dealing with some health stuff, and so I've just been kind of focused on that, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. So what I'm going to do is send out some chips very soon to 5 people that I've already selected. I still got to select like another 5, but I'm going to get a PO box before I do that. That way I can just do it from there. Okay. Let me back it up. You guys are talking. Let's see. So did Kira, Corinna? I don't know. It doesn't sound like it, but it doesn't sound like they have, but it sounds like that they're going to. Let's see. Let's get Paige on. Want to know what she thinks. Oh yeah, me and Paige are gonna make a video on it. Don't worry, we're gonna do the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? We got the stream. I got the live out. I'm gonna have my own personal video on it because you know I have those well thought out videos. So I definitely want to bring that into the mix, but I will be doing a video with Paige very soon. So get ready for that. That's coming. Yeah, all I know is that they were doing it real early. Kira and Preston definitely hooked up. It was so sus and weird when Kira was begging Hannah to give in and let Preston back the word. Like, why you care so much, Kira? I know it's so weird when people do that. My it's really weird. My brother-in-law, and I don't know why, but he was so like invested in mine and Paige's sex life. I don't know why. I mean, the dude like wanted me to do like some Molly, I guess I'll say, and then like was talking about backdoor stuff. My bro, I'm like basically your brother, and then you're with my sister, right? And you're just saying all this stuff. Super weird, but those people are weird. I mean, Oscar had his mom and sister in the chat, and look how they were talking. Super weird. Is there any tea about Kira and Corinna? Some people were saying that in Karen's wedding they didn't interact at all. I don't know. I remember Kira said that somewhere that she has no problem with Corinna. I believe she said this, but I don't know. Do I think she has a problem with her? Probably. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, but she said she didn't. But she also said that she was living in a great relationship with Oscar and had a great sex life, and all that was a lie. So you can't really believe anything that comes out of her mouth. I don't think Kira will fire back because Oscar is obviously keeping a lot of things secret and she doesn't want her demons out. I mean, they both, I don't know. It's not really about like her firing back online. It's more about like how that trickles back onto like the kids. You know what I mean? And excuse me. Like this is more about the kids. I mean, just look at the situation. He puts all this stuff out. I mean, they put stuff like this out online. Their kids can see this stuff later down the road. And then on top of that, he was talking about things that maybe he shouldn't have talked about. And Karen was way into it. You know what I mean? Way into it. Just got here. What the heck happened? Preston and Kira. If you haven't watched it yet, I have a live on it. Oscar and Corinna, Koff, and Karen were on Instagram Live last night. They were drinking and driving, which, by the way, I didn't see anybody bring this up. Is that let's talk about how Corinna was the one driving. We don't even know if she was, drinking herself, which she sounded like it. And let's just say she isn't, but she was like engaging within the live chat on her phone while she was driving. Like, bro, these people have families. Like, you really want to be that involved? Crazy, man. Like, that's dangerous. And no one's correcting her. And Karen and Oscar just laughing about it. But go figure. I think Corinna and Oscar are just a fling. Yeah, that could be. I think a lot of flings are there's a lot of flings with Corinna, She's just another one. Hang on. Sorry, again, I'm sick, so I had a cough. The live is just bad, and he did not care, and Karen is having so much fun. That's what I'm saying. She was just having a ball. You can tell that Karen was wanting to talk some smack for sure. She was all about that, which is funny from coming from people who always say, spread more positivity. Yeah, she was like encouraging like those questions that should not have even been uttered. She should just like brought things that didn't really matter. Corinna doesn't drink, but still driving recklessly. Okay, well, I didn't know that, but yeah, that's what I'm saying though, is that I didn't know if she was drinking or not, but she was on her phone in the chat donating and engaging in the chat. Like, it was reckless driving, in my opinion. Damn, that live must have been wild because I didn't see it. Well, Stephanie, I have it on my channel. Go look at it. It's there. Like, you don't have to be here right now. You can go off this live and then go watch and come back if we're still here. It's there though. I just uploaded like an hour or so ago, maybe 2 hours. I have no clue what's going on. What's up, Nat Chan? Like I just said, I have a live that I uploaded. Well, not live, but I uploaded a video of an Instagram live of Oscar from OK Baby and Keren from KK and Baby J. You know who those are, with Corinna Coffin. They're talking smack on Kira, and they were drinking and on Instagram live, just doing it's just this whole thing. So go watch that if you want to be. If anybody doesn't know what's going on, go watch that video and then come back if we're still here. Glad you're covering it. I can't bear listening to Karen's voice. Yeah, Karen's annoying. Like, I know Oscar was saying like, yeah, because somebody was saying like, I want to party with you guys, and Oscar was like, yeah, it's fun. I'm like, dude, I could not imagine like partying or being around Keren like in that way. Like, she already annoys the hell out of me. So imagine how she is, drinking. Probably extremely annoying. I'll watch after this. I can't miss this live, but yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. You can stay. Just, you get the idea of what's going on, but you're going to watch this and then you're going to go watch that video and you're going to be like, oh boy, it's a whole ass mess. It really is. The last thing Oscar needs to do. What's up, Ren? The last thing Oscar needs to do is make Kira level 10 match. Yeah. And on the real too, like, look, this is like, all this is going to do is bring more like backlash towards Kira. And I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve backlash, because obviously what she did was really, really scummy, right? I mean, we have said this, but what Oscar did last night and what Oscar said in their Q&A, which I still need to cover the Q&A. I know I did a stream with Paige, but I need to have my own thoughts put into it. But that Q&A and this live really showed Oscar's true colors here. You know what I mean? And I hope, I have seen a lot of comments saying that it kind of shines a light on Oscar and what he's been doing and how selfish he's looking. And yeah, as bad as it sounds, I feel like Kira deserves it for trying to control the entire narrative and not letting him speak. Again, it's more like, for me, like, I don't really feel bad for Oscar or Kira. You know what I mean? Oscar says that the breakup is nothing. I mean, in that Q&A video they did recently, he said that, there's nothing he regrets or feels towards like the breakup. I mean, he's happy and he's thriving. So the breakup really didn't tear him apart like it was claimed. But I don't feel bad for Kira because of like what she did. Now, what you do feel bad for is the kids. So like, Kira might deserve being dragged or whatever, but there's also personal things that shouldn't have been talked about. Like in the live, Oscar was talking about, cat jumped up there. In the live, Oscar was talking about how like or he answered a question that somebody asked, which was, did Hannah and Kira hook up? And that's a question that doesn't matter. Like, bash Kira you want, okay, fine, but like, you're talking about something that she may not want put out. And I mean, unless she comes out with it, then it's like, you can speculate. Like, we all can speculate and that's fine. But he's the one that like would know. And he did answer the question. He says he didn't know. But if he did know, he would have answered the question. Just look at it. You know what I mean? Just look at it. Let me see. I gotta scroll back up. No Kira freaking on Oscar over that. Yeah. His mom was cool with it. She said, spill the tea. Yeah. Just like, think about that for a second, Understand that, like I said, it's going to bring more backlash to Kira and maybe like dwindle down her support. Now, does she deserve it? Sure. But the kids is what matters. She needs to be able to provide for the kids. And, she's the one trying to push out videos, and Oscar is just, living life. And he dude said he was drowning on his career, and here he is gambling and, going on all these vacations, getting drunk, doing his thing, which is like, do you, I guess, but, don't complain when you have no more money. Yeah, you could tell Corinna and Keren hate Kira. Oh yeah, and that's the thing too, is that there it is. Keren obviously is talking smack behind Kira's back, which is whatever, it happens, okay. But like it was like way too obvious. And then Corinna, somebody who has nothing to do with Kira, doesn't really have a right to speak on the situation, and then she just comes in and kind of exposes the actual truth. Even Keren was like, well, it's nothing specific, right? And they were just going to roll over. And then Oscar said something else, and then Corinna said it was this. Sorry, again, I'm sick, so. All right, scroll down. As bad. Did I ever read that? Oh yeah, I always read that. I don't think Kira and Preston hooked up. Something is off though. Yeah, I mean, well, in the live, he says something about how she knows about somebody else, but it's not like official. And then he started laughing. Like again, like that's something that Oscar did that was wrong, because Kira, may not have wanted that out, and everybody, regardless of whatever, people are entitled to their privacy. So if Kira didn't want it out, he shouldn't have said anything. Just like the thing about if her and Hannah hooked up, it doesn't, like, he was wrong. To be honest, in my opinion, he was really wrong for talking about personal things that didn't really matter. Again, talk smack all you want, but he shouldn't have answered some of these like specific questions, because to be honest, I think it just makes him look like bad. And that he wanted to spill the tea, even though they complain about channels like mine. I'm glad this life happened now. Everyone, whoa, where'd that go? Just had a big change in my chat. Where'd it go? There you go. I'm glad this life happened. Now everyone now knows, or whatever, that Oscar talks to. I can't remember if I read that one. But yes, again, true. Oscar isn't selfish. Kira deserved this. Oscar is selfish. If you watch that Q&A, Oscar wants to move, obviously, right? And that's his right, but he also has the obligation to his children, which, Kira was actually putting some thought into it. Like, how does this affect the kids? Oscar didn't care. He shrugged it off, wasn't even listening, was not even there in like at all. And then was just like, so you don't want to move. He wasn't paying attention. Oscar is extremely selfish, and it's really, really showing. Now, does she deserve to get bashed? Sure, whatever. But again, you can't say he's not selfish, because the things that he was talking about do like affect his children, which it's funny because he talks about how he doesn't want things to affect his children, or, or make them sad, or like want them upset about like their decisions. But here he is making some bad decisions. Kira can't even clickbait anything. Oscar did it all. Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't feel sorry for Kira. She openly talked to us of their sex. Yeah, look, I'm not even defending Kira. I'm just like thinking about their kids. You know what I mean? Again, bash Kira you want. We bash Kira here. We bash Oscar. We bash both. Both are toxic. Both are selfish. It's there. And anybody who doesn't, anybody else, or if anybody thinks differently, like, you're welcome to your opinion, but you're like obviously using your like disdain for Kira, and instead of thinking about like the things Oscar has said or is like doing, you know what I mean? We can again, it's not even about Kira like bashing her online. It's just about the kids. That's just what it comes down to. Anything else is just whatever. I know he wants to have fun, but this is embarrassing for their kids. Exactly. Like him saying he loves the chaos. You can't be acting like that when you're a whole parent now, right? No, I agree. And then on top of that too, he likes the chaos, but apparently it was chaotic in their house or something, and then they left. There's a big difference with like I don't even understand the chaos thing, because going out and partying, going on trips isn't chaos. You're just like you're going on adventures, and you're going on vacation, and you're traveling. It's not chaotic. like saying that you love the chaos is like kind of weird because chaos is toxic. So I just didn't really understand that part. Is Kira subscribed here? Probably. I mean, she says she likes my channel, so except for the videos on her. Let's see. I find it sad Kira tries to act so innocent as if she's so open and has nothing to hide, and Oscar has been forced to just take everything from her and keep quiet the entire time. Yeah, see, I agree to that too. Again, I'm not on Kira's side. I'm not on Oscar's side. I'm looking at it from like an unbiased way. I think that they're both bad in their own ways. Was Kira bad for the breakup? Was it her fault initially? Sure. But there's some things that Oscar has done and has said that's pretty bad too. You know, like when Kira bought the cats behind Oscar's back, that was wrong of her to do. And she shouldn't have done that. And like personally to me, I think she was doing it so that she could try to get, because she knew that he didn't like them and he was allergic. That's why she has them now. But she was trying to get him to break up with her instead of her doing it because she didn't want the guilt or maybe to look bad. Right. But and that was wrong with her. But Oscar, like, said, if you're going to make those decisions, then I'm going to unfilter myself and not hold myself back. And I'm going to go skydiving again. You know, he's like, you want me to go do it again? He was using it as like a threat, basically. He's like, I'm going to go do this again. If you keep making these decisions, I'm not going to hold myself back. And that's like really toxic. And that's an extremely toxic trait because like jumping out of airplanes is crazy. And he did it over 100 times, 142, I think he said. But like, it's like, I understand the cat thing was bad, but you jumping out of airplanes just to spite her is bad as well. On top of it, you jumping out of airplanes kind of is risking your life. So it's kind of like you have kids, you know? And I know a lot of people like say everyone should be entitled to their own like personal hobbies, which I agree. But again, when you have children, it doesn't matter anymore. You have to give up a lot of things because you have kids. And if like you didn't want it to happen, then maybe you shouldn't have kids and you should stop and then go do those things on your own, you know? I just got here. So did Kira and Preston hook up? Unknown, but it seemed like that was the case. Whoa, chat just flew up again. Dropping all the kids off is about to be really bad. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that Kira even said that she would pay for Oscar to come see the kids every weekend. I mean, that's a nice thing, but that's also, if he moves, that's his responsibility, right? I hope Kira goes live, or I hope Oscar goes live when Kira is talking smack to him when he returns, just how she did when they were fighting. Well, I guess we'll see, huh? I'm confused what their plan is to take care of 4 children for the next 20 plus years. I see more teen pregnancy in the future. It's so sad. Yeah. Who knows? Karen knew what she was doing for sure. I think I read that. Or someone else said that. No, Karen definitely knew, though. For sure. She did. They all knew exactly what they were doing. Yep. All this has been going to have bad impact on the kids inside. Exactly. My entire point. I don't care about bashing Kira. I don't care about bashing Oscar. Who was right, who was in the wrong. It doesn't matter. Like, it just comes down to the children, you know? I can't just see the fight coming between Kira and Oscar and drop the kids off. Yep. Feel bad for kids. Yep. Can you make some Oscar get a lawyer t-shirts? It's about to go down. Kira won't hesitate to retaliate. Yeah, I mean, right? Maybe we should get some Team Oscar and Team Kira merch. Maybe that's what I should do for some merch lines. You know, I know some of you guys will wear it. Let's see. You think Kira's going to spill the tea or be respectful? I think, well, for one, I don't think Kira is a respect, like somebody who respects other people. You know what I mean? So I don't really think it's about that. I think it's just about that she doesn't want to, like, she knows that if she comes online and says some stuff, like, she's going to get backlash. So she's probably just going to keep quiet, and she'll probably just express her like frustrations or whatever with Oscar on like a personal note rather than online. The chaotic comment was gross. You're a dad who is meant to provide a stable environment for your kids during this time, not more chaos. Exactly. And that's the thing too. In the Q&A they just did, you know, he talked about how his career is drowning. He uploaded a video, you know, maybe a month or so or two ago, where he was talking about he didn't know like what he was going to do based upon his career, and he was getting like insomnia from it. And it's like, if your career is tanking and you're not focused on making money, which is the most important thing, especially like in his situation, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you going gambling? Why are you going on all these vacations? Why are you spending your money like frivolously? Like, he literally just sold the truck and the RV and maybe like whatever else, and he's just like using that money, but that money will run out, especially because it's not like has it just stashed away and then he's just, you know, making sure it's, you know, not being touched. The dude is just spilling out money right now, you know. Kira is probably watching this right now to see our opinions for sure. I could see that. She says she doesn't watch the videos on her, but I do. But they all say that. Let's see. That live was completely disgusting. They could have just ignored the drama questions or just got off the live. I completely agree. They kept it going and shared things publicly that Kira hasn't shared. And that's what I'm talking about too, is that aside from bashing Kira, like, if you want to spill tea about the breakup or about your relationship, that's a whole other topic. And I think that he would be welcome to that. And we wouldn't be, we wouldn't be kind of like railing on him for like what he did last night. Because obviously, if he's just talking about like the breakup or how he feels and like what Kara really did, then I don't care, you know. But he's talking about personal things that he has no right to talk about. If Kira hooked up with Hannah, let's just say she did, and you know, even on the internet we can speculate whatever, but in all reality, unless Kira like puts it out like as a fact, then you know, he doesn't have a right to talk about it. And to be honest, it's still kind of weird that he would even want to talk about it, you know? Karen was all up in there and she was encouraging it too. Extremely gross. So who is Kara's new boo? No idea, but apparently there is one now, you know? Those things shouldn't... Whoa. Chat is just going. Let's see. I got to scroll back up. Hang on. They never got a chance to grow up. Nope. And yeah, they won't ever grow up. Both of them are toxic. Yep. Because he still has the teen dad mentality. He really not mature. No, and it's funny because if you go back to one of their videos, I think it was another we almost broke up Q&A. He talks about how it was like when they almost broke up, right? And he talks about how, or somebody asked a question about if he was living his 20s the way he always wanted to or whatever. And he said yes. Like, he says like he's living his 20s right now. And that was based upon like family life. But then the breakup happened, and then look what's happening right now. It's like, well, it's obvious you lied because you're completely changing what you were doing. Those things shouldn't have been shared for the world to hear. Exactly. Unless they're comfortable with that. You know what I mean? I mean, imagine if like Kira answered personal things about Oscar, you know, some people would kind of like scrutinize her for that. And it's, you know, it's the double standards for me. Now he has to go back to real life and co-parent with Kira. I don't know why he thought this or doing this live would make things better. Oh, that's a great point. And I want to bring that up too. Well, mine's just like everywhere. again, it comes to the kids and comes to parenting. Like, after doing this, she's going to see this, right? And it's going to cause like more turmoil. And regardless of whatever online, again, think about the kids, is that he does have to go back and he does have to co-parent with Kira. That's just a given. It's going to happen. But then he does this. Now it's like, well, are they going to do another Q&A together? Are they going to make okay baby videos? Like, this is about the kids and making money for the kids and providing a life for the kids, right? But him doing this is going to make her not want to do it. You know what I mean? Even if he wants to do it. But who the hell would after you talk shit? You know what I mean? I get it, but still, like, there are some things that shouldn't have been said for sure. Keren is just bad news since she still hangs out with David Dobrik. Agreed. Completely agree. I hate that everyone wanted Kira to stay with Oscar. She isn't obligated to stay with him. She was unhappy. If he didn't see her pulling away, it's on him. And look, when it comes to the relationship, I think it's both of them. I think it's just both of them. Do I think Kira played more of a role in it? Sure. You know? But Oscar still didn't communicate with Kira. I mean, he literally admitted to it. And every time we see them do a video, it's like they never talked before, you know? So I think, like, definitely on the communication side, they both are just as guilty. I don't think it was Aspire. I think it was more of a you don't care about me, I don't care about you situation. Yeah, maybe. I feel we only see so much of their lives that who knows what goes on behind closed doors. The thing is, though, we're talking about like vloggers here who vlog their life, who, sure, things are edited and taken out, and we don't know what the extra thing is or the extra things are. But like what we do see is like some really, really personal stuff. Were they live on Twitch or Oscar in Florida? Oscar was in Florida. I knew they were like on their phone or whatever. It was a lot. Yeah, there you go. Keren didn't want to answer the friendship question, but was happy to let Oscar spill so much. Yeah, exactly. And then they even like muted for a second and talked about it. You know what I mean? They muted the live. I'm quite curious on what they said. Honestly, I feel like Oscar still wants Kira back. Just from how he was acting on live, he was laughing, but to me it seemed sad, trying to act happy and like he doesn't care anymore. I mean, if in the grand scheme of things, you never know. He's living his life. Yeah, irresponsible. Yep. He can live his life all he wants, but he has kids. He needs to get his shit together for sure. Hey, let's see. Did you notice how Keren didn't want to respond, but Corinna said some people are just crappy friends? Yeah. Yep. Definitely knows that one. It was so uncomfortable seeing how giddy Keren was, right? That's what I'm saying. Keren was super excited to do this. You know, this is somebody who says people like me are like low lives. Other channels like mine are low lives for, you know, spilling tea and making up things. But here she is. You know, what happened to the stay in your light crap? What happened to the whole, oh, you don't know what's going on in other people's lives unless it's on the vlog, right? Well, here you go. Yeah, Oscar's there. But I thought there were 3 sides to every story. I mean, this is their logic, you know? So funny how it only works when it comes to like us, but not them. Oh, this is going to get good. Yeah, it's going to be. And Keren is trifling. Yes, she is. It's going to pop off, though. I'm kind of curious on like what's going to come after this. Not that it's any of my business, but I like to also know what all of the high school friends of Kira and Oscar are thinking as they've watched all the drama unfold, right? Should find one of them, bring them on. You know, that'd be hilarious. I say, how old is Oscar? Oh, yeah. You guys answer it. Keren knew what she was doing. Oh, yeah. Keren was like ready. She pounced so fast to talk shit. She was ready. She was ready. Keren is fake. Yep. We're all about the Keren, you know, being fake train over here. I've been having like allergies and being sick all at the same time. So low lives, you're out here grinding and keeping us updated. LOL. Like, if anything, not to be mean, but low low key, high key. They are the low lives, no doubt. Yeah. One time she called. Thank you, by the way. But one time she called. I think it was on that like TikTok video that I made on her, where she called people who call her out for faking a miscarriage low lives, but like she's just calling people who have actually like lost children low lives. So all the people who have lost and who agree with me and are in my comment section, she's calling all of us low lives. The fact that his mom was encouraging it too, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing, lady? Like, what are you doing? And his sister was in there. Now, his sister wasn't encouraging it as far as I saw, but his sister was in there, and it was like highly inappropriate because like Corinna was like, oh, put one in the chat if you would screw Oscar. And then there's people and they're doing that. I'm like, bro, your sister is right there. That's disgusting. Like, why are you talking like that in front of your sister? Corinna thought that was appropriate. Yo, if I was in Oscar's shoes, right, and I was doing that live, and if the person that I was interested in said that, and my sister was in the chat, that would be it for me. I'd be like, you thought it was appropriate to say this in a chat with a bunch of girls around my sister? Sus. I'm just saying. That's just me. That's just me, though, you know. Keren just loves to protect her insecurities. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. And her insecurity, one of her insecurities is lies. Because she can't lie worth shit. Which, by the way, side note, I have it ready. I just have to record and edit and put it up. But then this drama came, so we gotta hit this up first. But I have the extended cut or extended edition coming out from the part 1 because there's like some other like stuff within December that like her miscarriage lie that I didn't include in the video and that came after. So I'll have that out soon. Probably within a week's time or something like that. What's the tea with Kira and Hannah? There's no tea. I mean, she may or may not have hooked up with Hannah or Preston, I guess. Dude, the girl he asked out called the mother of his children shitty. He laughed. That's what I'm saying too. Like, you disrespected his wife. Now, does Kira deserve disrespect? Absolutely. But the only one that could really do that would be Oscar. But he's not just doing it to like, not just saying it like to his family or maybe close friend off camera. No, he's doing it publicly in front of over 2,000 people with the girl that he's interested in. And then on top of that, Keren, one of the worst scumbags ever. So he's doing all of this, right? And by the way, everyone, whoever, like, you guys think Oscar is such a good guy. He's hanging out with Keren and Kwa. Keren and Kwa, they are the worst, bro. They are the worst people out here. They lied about miscarriages and infertility, and that's who he hangs out with. And Kwa and them are also on board with David Dobrik. You know, Oscar's interested in Corinna, who's really, really good, like best friends or whatever, with David Dobrik. And we all know the David Dobrik stuff. David Dobrik's a real piece too. So it's like birds that flock together. You know what I mean? I would love to know if she's dating now. Do you think it's Preston? Well, in the live, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know. But you know, live, he says that there was a question asking if Kira was dating Preston or hooking up, and he says he doesn't know. So that's weird that he said he didn't know. And then, yeah, I don't know. Kira still follows Oscar. I just looked. Yeah. Well, again, she probably won't unfollow him because it's just going to bring him more. You know what I mean? I mean, she has to. It's not like she can. It's not like how she like unfollows Keren and never has to deal with Keren. She still has to deal with Oscar no matter what. So unfollowing him means nothing. I don't agree with allowing other people to disrespect your children's wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Is that like Oscar is the only one that would have the right to do that because of the way he was treated. But he's doing it in front of over 2,000 plus people on a live and in front of Corinna, his new interest, and in front of Keren Swan. So it's like he's letting other people disrespect the mother of his children. Like, just think about that. That's what Oscar is actively doing. That is a wrongdoing that he is actively doing, you know? He's doing this. So, you know, for anybody who stands Oscar, you really need to think about that. That's selfish, and he's letting other people do that. It's crazy. It better not be Preston. That would be sus AF. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be really sus, especially because there's this other new stuff with Oscar, and then just imagine if it comes out that she's with Preston. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh well, now people are already speculating that Kira broke up Hannah and Preston. So just imagine if she ends up with Preston. Then it's gonna be like way too obvious. Does she deserve grief? Sure, but she deserves grief from like friends and family, not randoms online. You know what I mean? Unless we cover up things, right? Okay, but here's the thing: like, I'm bringing these real situations to life, and we're breaking down with our opinions, sure, but there's a difference between what like we're doing here and then what Oscar just did. Oscar never was good. No. I feel like I'm so behind what's happening. If you feel behind and you don't know what's going on, which I'm assuming you don't because of that question, go to my recent video before this live, and that will catch you up. Or just wait until I'm done, and then you can go. Drunk on live talking about wanting to bang a girl while his family is there is disgusting. Also, Corinna driving on live. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that his family's there. And he's talking about that he would hook up with this person. And then there's all those people in the chat. Oh, I would hook up with Oscar. It's like, bro, what? Not yet. Like, he says he's not going out with Corinna yet, but he wants to. He asked her out, and she said yes, but they haven't gone out yet. Or something like that. They took advantage because he was drunk. Yeah. No, I definitely think that Keren, I think that, Corinna was driving and doing her thing. I don't even know if she knew they were on live right away, but Keren definitely capitalized on it, and she used the breakup and the situation and him being drunk to be able to smack talk Kira for sure. Scummy, just do it, bro. Just upload a video talking crap about Kira. Quit being around the bush. Quit being a little chicken, little chicken little, and then spill some tea about you and Kira. Don't use Oscar's live as a situation. Don't use Oscar's situation to do it. Quit being a little chicken and do it yourself. I think is okay. They took. I think is okay. Took advantage, but he is a grown man. Yeah, he is a grown man. You're right, but still, I'm just saying they used the situation to smack talk Kira. Scummy, just do it. The live was done on purpose to start more drama. Everything was dying down. Oscar needed to do something to bring in money since he isn't going or doing anything else. Why else would he get on live? I mean, it's a little sus. I mean, he was drinking, so I don't know, and I don't know how Instagram works. I don't know if like the lives pay money. I don't know. I mean, he got money, I think, right? You buy badges. I don't know how it works. I'm not really an Instagram guy. I just usually talk to people on there. I need to be more on it, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. But it was also Oscar's mom that said to give juicy, and he did. Yeah, right. But he's a grown-ass man, she's a grown-ass woman, and they should know better. He needs to check his friends. Absolutely. Keren loves drama. I know Keren is a drama queen. She loves it. She loves it. They've done before. They spilled tea on another family on LML's podcast. They've done it. They just don't like it when it's, trickling back onto them. Damn hypocrites, you know what I mean? I don't believe Corinna would want to be a stepmother to 4 kids. No, well, if they got together, it would just be on like a vacation hookup. It wouldn't be like serious. She's the type to just want to have a screw buddy based off how she acts when she's with David. Yeah, and jokes about it. Yeah. I think Oscar doesn't want to settle down for a little. No, bro, he's, you know what I mean? He's out here. He ain't settling down for a hot minute. I highly doubt Preston Hannah is still liking Kira's stuff. I wouldn't think she'd be doing that if, yeah, true. Who knows though, He wants to get around while he's young. He realizes how much time he lost. Well, shouldn't have had kids, you know what I mean? Just what it comes down to. He's a big boy, He's still young, but he's still a grown-ass man. Should have thought about that before he had a bunch of kids. What happened with her and Kyla. They're not friends anymore. She said on Instagram Live that they're not friends. Just saying Kira is an angel, but if you have ever watched them, you know he lacked a lot of husband and dad house and children wise. It was mostly on her. Even admitted that away in the last Q&A. Yeah, no, and I agree. I don't think Oscar was really a present father or like, you know, partner. Definitely, you know, stepped up more when he broke his back, but he was like forced to. He even said that he was forced to hang out with Kira. He literally said that. Where's Kyla? Kyla lives in California, I think, right? I don't know, but they're done. Like Kira and Kyla are done. Oscar and Kyla and like Kyla's boyfriend or whatever, they're all still friends. Yes, I'm so glad you got. Can't wait to watch it. Yeah, it's man, when I saw it, I was like, the first line, you know, where they're already going on Kira, I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is gonna get messy. You know what I mean? I was like, this is it. This is gonna get real messy. And boy, did it. For sure. Oh man. Just some real quick. Okay, there we go. Finished watching and I'm back. Hey, what's up, B? You say, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. She came around all of a sudden when Kira left the house. Yeah, true. Karen and Oscar's mom basically told him to answer the juicy questions, and he did. They egged him on. Yeah, and I agree to that too. He's a grown man though, but I do agree, and they encouraged it. They definitely were encouraging it. Why isn't any of them friends with Kira? What is happening, bro? Like, where have you been? You know what I mean? Where have you been? Nice. Dope. Yes, sir. Okay. Judging stuff. Hey, what's up, Gloomy? What's going on? How you doing? We can tell nobody's on her side. And I definitely think she feels that way more now. I mean, again, I'm not on either side. I'm just looking at it. I'm going to judge based on what I see on both of them. I'm not on either side though. I'm not picking sides. Although maybe I'll have some merch. Hashtag Team Kira. Hashtag Team Oscar. You know, let's make some money off of it. Let's go. Did Kira say anything or say why she's not friends with? Or did Karen say why she's not friends with Kira anymore? Karen didn't. Karen, like the question in the live was like, why aren't you friends with her? Right? And she said it's nothing specific, but then Oscar says it was things like that added on over time or something like that. And then Corinna said it was based upon being a crappy friend. So, you know, did I make it to the party? Yeah. I mean, we're already in almost an hour in, Sharon, but we'll still be here for a little bit. How's it going? I'm Team Oscar. Hey man, pick your teams. Maybe I'll have some merch. Should I make some merch? Should I do hashtag Team Oscar, hashtag Team Kira? I don't mind. See, he's a grown man, and he did say he doesn't regret any of it, but he will of Kira, if Kira decides to take action in a typical relationship. Isn't that when the mother goes for custody? Yeah, that's the thing people got to think about too, because of what he said. And if it does affect her online, and it will, because again, we just said like she doesn't have a lot of support, and this is definitely going to lean more towards Oscar support, even after this, because people didn't care that what he was doing. But like when you think about it, technically it would be slander, you know what I mean? And it might lean towards Kira like in court, you know, make merch. We'll do it. We're gonna make merch. I'll get on it quick. You know what I mean? I'll get on it quick. I'm Team Kids. Exactly. Maybe I'll have that for as a third option. Team Kids, right? They have addressed this or just gone MIA. Bro, it hasn't been 24 hours yet. You know what I mean? We're addressing it now, you know, and then they'll come back. They might not say anything. They might not say anything at all, you know? They might not say nothing. Let's see. Team kids. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll have team. I'll make some merch quick. I'll look it up today because I don't care. Team kids, team Oscar, team Kira. We'll do it. Hopefully the team kids sell out. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about that too. I don't care about Oscar or Kira. The kids are what matter. You know what I mean? Kira does not get along with her mom. Her own mother, right? I think so. Just double check my mic. Kara posted a Q&A 3 hours ago, and she said she had no preference for her sexuality. I don't know. I swear she said she did, you know? Okay, so let's do which I'm gonna have my own merch too, by the way. I'm looking into it now. I've just been kind of like busy lately, but I am planning to have my own t-shirts out. So get ready for that. Get ready for some Apoc merch. It's been a long time coming. I definitely think Kira cheated. Ain't no way she didn't. And I completely agree. That she did. And I believe that she manipulated the situation and gaslit Oscar. I'm all on board for that. Absolutely. Oscar better not start acting right. He's making us, or better start acting right. He's making us Libras look bad. I want a jealous hater t-shirt. You already know that's like, well, that was like the originally the first one coming. You know what I mean? So I'll get that. I'm gonna get on that one, and then the team Oscar, team kids, team Kira. I'm pretty sure the Kira ones aren't gonna sell out. You know what I mean? Those ones are probably gonna have a couple. Yeah, team therapy. for sure. What's Kira's relationship with her dad? I don't know. Honestly, I never really looked into that stuff. I don't really talk about that. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to her relationship with her mom or her dad, or based upon her trauma, that's just, I'll talk about the bull crap, about the breakup and some inconsistencies and the hypocrisies and the contradictions. But when it comes to like trauma-based things, I'm kind of staying out of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because for one, I've had a really, crazy life, and some people would get trauma from like what I've experienced, but I never did. You know what I mean? I'm very like strong-headed, and I've able to just absorb a lot of crappy situations and take them as lessons rather than a place of hurt. I've had a lot of things happen, but anyways, the point is, I don't really understand trauma. You know what I mean? I don't understand trauma at all. So I stay away from that. Now, like per se, if I see someone like Jess Fam using mental states or mental illnesses as a like weaponizing it to justify bullying like 3 teenage girls, then I'm going to speak out against it. And then I'll also show that she says she never suffered from mental illnesses. So, we'll talk about that. But I kind of just try to stay away from trauma because it's, for one, it's none of my business. And for two, I don't understand it. I go by what I understand. You need to do a meet and greet. Yeah, maybe, that'd be cool one day. I don't know. No plans right now, but we get a little bigger, maybe whenever we get to 50K. I mean, that's a substantial, or that's a big amount of people, we'll make sure some decent amount of people come. Talk about the nasty video she posted. What are you talking about? Hang on, I'm like lost, bro. I gotta go up the chat. Kara's always been very close with her dad. Oh, I think I did see that. I think, yeah. Okay. I think Paige told me that. Scroll up. Yes. Jealous hater t-shirts are coming. I was Team Oscar, but it seems like his priorities have changed. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And when I make this is just I know some people don't like these streams, but I just hop on here because I know that you all want to talk about this. And I'm gonna put this link in here again. By the way, this link that I'm throwing in here is for this chat, right? It's for this chat. If any of you want to come in here and actually like talk and have a conversation, you don't have to. Again, it's no skin on my nose. You know what I mean? But if you want to come in here and express yourself, then I just threw the link in the chat. You can come in the chat and we can talk. No pressure though. It doesn't matter to me. Let's see. Let's see. Oscar has said when he was asked if she cheated, he said he didn't know, then changed it to he believes she didn't. Yeah, he says what he goes, I don't think she didn't, or something like that. Bro, like what? You said like what she did was kind of cheating. And then on top of that, like what's your definition of cheating? You wouldn't have just said that out of nowhere. And then on top of that, like in all their Q&As, we all already know that the cheating question is the biggest question, you know? We already know it's there. It's the biggest question. So I don't know why. Like I really don't know why he's beating around the bush. You know what I mean? Just say how you feel. If he feels like Kira cheated on him, he can say it online. I don't have a problem with that because we all know it. We all know it happened. We all know it happened. We all know it's there. We all know. But, you know, he wants to keep, you know, things vague. He revealed more than that, which is good because, you know, then we know more. But whatever. Let's see. Team Kids and Jealous Hater will sell out quick. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'll get some cool designs too. Ain't gonna be no BS. And then we'll probably start with like an easy like Teespring or something like that. But I definitely want to start getting like I would want to work up to like some really good quality stuff, you know, rather than some other, you know, crappy company. Although I don't think Teesprings is very bad, but I like athletic stuff. You know, this stuff is very comfortable to me. What's about Kira and Oscar's mom? Their relationship now. His mom is part of the reason he outed Kira. Yeah, I mean, from her actions within that live, my guess is that she definitely has a problem with Oscar or problem with Kira. Which, by the way, no judgment. Like I'm all on board for that. I'm all on board for Oscar's mom. It's not Corinna. It's like is it Corinna? It's something like that. Oscar's mom. That's what I call her. I'm all on board for her not liking Kira and what she did. All on board for that. Understandable. What mom would like that? He said he said she was hugging the guy. I think he just felt like she was leaving him for another guy, and that's why he said that. I don't know. She was like cuddling up on another dude. I mean, to be real, that's weird. He said that we're like she was comforting another guy. Super weird. Super weird. I would like if my partner did that and I caught her comforting another guy, hugging up another dude, bro. Paige be out of here. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna deal with that. Nope. And vice versa too. If I was calling up to another chick, Paige would be like, bro, you gotta get out of here. You know? She already gave me the one black eye, you know what I mean? And I'm kidding. My son threw a phone at my cheek. Like I've been here for this has been here for like 2 weeks. He threw a phone at my cheek. My 2-year-old son. It was like the corner of Paige's phone, and it chucked it right in the corner of my cheek. Just boom. Oh man, I thought he fractured my cheekbone. It hurt so bad. Looky here, it's Colt T. What's up? Now in that video they posted, he said Kira rubbed up on some dude. Yeah, and I think at the end of the video she says that she comforted another guy, and then they also said they rubbed up on the dude too. You know, he must didn't hug her, or he just didn't hug her. I don't know. Again, but here he goes. I don't know if she cheated. If he caught her doing that, and he goes, I don't know. But it's like, did she tell you? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's all up in the air. I guess maybe you need to make some make a cream. What? I don't know. Brain fart, I guess. Oh, she definitely did something. And I agree. I think she did something for sure. 100%. Can't really justify any kind of cheating. Oscar and Hannah are friends. There's a difference. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that like when it comes to cheating, everyone's like own version of cheating is like up to them. You know what I mean? Like for me, it would be anything, you know, talking to another girl, or like, you know, like if I was talking to another girl, that would be cheating in my, you know, sense, I'd be cheating on Paige. Or if Paige talked to another guy behind my back, that's cheating 100%. Because there's also a difference between like emotional cheating. Oh, hang on. Where's the people in here? There we go. Oh, hang on.
Hello.
All right. There we go. Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
All right. I didn't see you guys. Oh, there you go. Oh, I think they're still muted. Oh, okay. I think they left. Okay. Again, if you guys want to hop in the chat too, there's the link. Hey, what's going on?
I've been watching you for a while.
Thanks. I appreciate the support.
Like behind the scenes. I don't usually do this, but I don't know. Lately, after all this stuff that's been happening, I don't know about you, but like, did you ever watch the Shaytards?
No, but I heard about them.
Okay, so this whole situation's kind of making me think of their situation. So like, for so long, these YouTubers are like, "Oh, you guys are a family. Like, we're gonna tell you everything, blah blah, all that crap," and then shit goes down, and then nobody wants to talk about it anymore. And I feel like that's the same situation that happened with both of these families. This is why I don't like family vloggers. It's just like, I just know, you could tell, like you could just see they have Kira and Oscar. They're not being honest. They're not being for real. No, not at all.
They never have been. I mean, like, I found it funny throughout the whole like year that Kira said she was thinking about being here, or like whatever, about different things about Oscar. She was putting out this false perception that they were just fine. Actually, that they were like this big loving family. She talked about their sex life and their relationship. She talked about friendships, and it's just everything ended up being a lie.
And I feel like, especially lately, the way she keeps talking about sex life and her sex life personally, and when she was talking about it with Oscar, it was very much forced. You could see it's almost like, I swear we're doing good. Look at all this great stuff we're talking about now. And this is me being open. And it's like, honestly, it's kind of gross. And also like most of your audience is young kids and maybe young adults. And some people don't want that blasting while they're around their families, and I just think, again, I feel like it's so forced. And if you're going to put your whole life on the internet, like, let's be real. They edit so much stuff, and she's like, straight up, I'm not going to talk about it. When Oscar's like, you did cheat. She did cheat. I watched her live, I think, a couple of days ago, and I was like, she can't sit here, because somebody asked her, did you cheat on Oscar? And she was like, no, and then left it at that. You did. You guys straight up admitted you were leaning on another guy. You guys were out. You're flirting with guys on the phone. Just be for real. It's already over. So
and everyone already thinks you do. And like I was saying earlier, is that they do all these Q&As, and there's no questions about the cheating stuff. They're completely ignoring that. I mean, in the last Q&A, Oscar didn't want to answer a bunch of different questions. Were they all about her cheating? They, like you said, they edit stuff. Well, they also pick and choose what questions come their way. They don't, Kira wants to completely avoid it. I mean, in the original breakup video, Oscar was talking like about his hurt feelings. And then she's like, I don't want that in the video. And then there was like a big edit cut. So like, what was in between that edit cut that was cut out,
Yeah, like if you're going to post it and you're going to say, like, we're being candid, we're being real, like, this is the juicy questions, like, don't cut it out. Be for real. And this is why, if you're that worried and you don't want to share that stuff, don't be on the internet. Like, I purposely stopped being a YouTuber and lost my monetization, lost everything, because I was not willing to be putting myself out there for strangers. I wasn't going to put my kids out there for sure. And it's just insane to me, the lengths that they'll go to act like they're open and honest people on YouTube and then not do anything about it. Especially like in that, I think it was one you just posted a couple of days ago. I can't remember which one it was, but along with the whole saying like, we're not going to talk about this, this, and this, she won't talk about her friendships either. And it's like, why? Just say they don't want to be friends with you. It's already over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, when it comes to like Karen and Kira, I think that Kira was like in the wrong. Like, I don't like Karen at all. Do I think she's a crappy friend? Absolutely. But based upon the content that we have seen, and all the like tips and advice Kira has given on friendship, and then she'll literally say like friendship is a two-way street, and then she goes, but I don't, you know, I'm not going to put in any work. She goes, friendships are work and effort, but I'm not going to do any of that. So when it comes to the friendships, I think that Kira has wrecked every friendship she's had. Oh, and I just this just popped in my head. So somebody asked if her and Alyssa Rose still talk. I don't know.
No, they
but
don't.
Based upon like a social media based thing, we can definitely show that they don't. You know what I mean? Like they don't engage with each other. And the last time they saw each other was at like an event in New York. But then like they were like awkwardly avoiding each other in certain ways. They couldn't like completely avoid each other, but it's like, oh, see guys, we don't hate each other. And like they take a picture and like one of them's in the back, like way in the back. It was like really cringy.
Yeah, it's super cringy. And Alyssa's kind of the same way. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but I feel like Alyssa definitely was a little fake, clung to these YouTubers and to try to get her fame. She got what she needed and then she pieced out, which is fine. Do you?
Yeah.
But she lost her friend Sam and stopped talking to her. And then we all saw how frequently Alyssa's going over to Kira's house. Always there, always trying to be in their business.
She was holding the damn vlog camera for him.
Yeah, and then going to Karen's when nobody invited her is like, dear sweet Lord, let's not do that. But seeing that, I saw on Alyssa's side, she wasn't being a for real friend. She was just in it for what she needed and then was out. And then on the other end, you can't keep using your kids as a reason why you're not going to be friends with, or you're not going to keep up with your friends, or you're not going to try to be a good friend. Like, I understand having a lot of responsibilities. I mean, their job is YouTube, so like, calm down. Like, you could do that anywhere. I have a full-time job, 2 toddlers, and I'm still out here trying to call my friends all the time. And
yeah, exactly.
It's not that hard to keep up. So like, using your kids as an excuse is so dumb.
No, and that's what she tried to do. And even Karen did at one point. They were saying like, oh, well, you know, we live, you know, we have a family life and this and that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, you don't go visit. That's a whole, that's fine. But when you 10 seconds, you know, 10 seconds on your phone, like, hey, how you doing? That didn't happen.
Just checking in.
You can't use that excuse that you can't do that. I mean, when they go on live for 20 to 30 minutes, I'm like, well, that 20 30 minutes you could have been using to, you know, invite Karen or invite Alyssa, or even just that within that text them or something like that. But they didn't do that because they weren't friends. And just everything that Kira said about friendships, it just did not apply that to her actual friendships. And even in like one of Kira's old videos on K Baby, she has with Karen, if they're like still friends or not. And they bring up Kira not texting her, and Karen had to be told by someone else that's just how Kira is. I'm like, well, Kira's also says it's a two-way street and you put in work and effort, but she doesn't want to do any of that herself.
She straight up said that about relationships too. And I think that was the video that I watched of yours today was the throw of her saying like her relationship advice. And the whole time she's talking, I'm like, you're saying you feel like you're giving bad advice because it's bad advice. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
You're sitting there knowing you're going to break up with someone, or that you're already broken up with someone, and you're going to give relationship advice. Like, stay away from it. Steer clear of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she was giving out friendship and relationship advice while all her friendships and her relationship were crumbling all around her.
I know, and I feel like this is my problem with YouTube lately. I feel like YouTube 2010, way more fun. This YouTube is like everyone's fake. Everybody's acting like they're experts on all this stuff, when in reality, they're not doing it. Like, I would love to be able to restart my stuff and then be straight up. And if somebody asked me some stupid question like that, I'd be like, I don't know. I have like 2 friends. Like, I don't have a lot of friends. And I feel like they have to put on this front, like, I have so much friends and so much money and all this fun things to do. And it's like, why? This is why her and Oscar weren't going to last. And I called this years ago because one, Oscar was always swerving her when it came to marriage. He was not going to marry her. Let's be real.
I remember when I before I even started my channel or like talking about vloggers, like there was like a couple years where I just like waited. I saw, because you know my wife watched, you know, Paige watched, you know, OK Baby and KK Baby J, and there's like a couple years went by before I actually like made my channel and started talking about like them. But I remember she was watching stuff, and I noticed just the toxicity between, Kira and Oscar. And then it was around that era of him avoiding that, asking her to marry him. Like he did not want to do it, not like at all. He didn't want to do it.
No, and I think keep using that excuse like, oh, the biggest commitment is having kids, and the biggest commitment was getting a house together. It's like, no, it's not. And you guys cannot keep telling yourselves that. And we all knew it was a front. They both have parents that divorced. They both come from broken families. And that's okay. A lot of people come from that, but like, be honest about that with your partner and be straight up like, I don't want to marry you. And don't propose either. I feel like that very much was just because Kira was constantly pushing it. And so
she
were
like
their
begged
viewers.
for it. There is one point I remember, it was like, I can't remember when it was. If it was I think it may have been a few months before there was like a Christmas before he actually did it. But she was like begging him for a ring or something like that. Or maybe it was the Christmas. I can't remember.
She was begging him for a Christmas proposal.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, you're right. That's what it was. Yeah, she was like begging him. It was so cringy. And then
so cringy.
And then when she like finally got what she wanted, well, for one, she was involved in it. It wasn't a surprise at all. And then she was acting like, "Oh my God, Oscar, I can't believe this." It's like, but you like staged it. It was like it was staged. It wasn't even real.
So bad. And like the screaming and crying, I was like, you guys cannot sit here and pretend like you didn't plan this. Like, and then Oscar knocking things over. He was so nervous. He didn't want to do that. And I feel bad for him in a way because he like gave into it and did it because she wanted it. But at the same time, I don't feel bad. He kind of stuck himself in that situation. I just also don't understand how when she was talking to him and she was like, I felt like leaving a year ago. And he was like, wasn't that when we had the baby? And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, why did you have another baby?
Right? It's
I don't get that.
What? I know it's, and then on top of that, there's just all this other stuff. Like, they bought like the house in California, and then there's like the RV, and they were planning all these other vacations and this and that. And then, towards like the end of the breakup, they were going on these like other vacations. And I'm like, did you just like wait until finally say something until they brought it up on a vacation, but you were going to go through all the vacations first before you did?
Get that.
Like, it's like you're not going to enjoy it while you're like, if you're unhappy.
Yeah. And like, why did she plan that huge like Norway vacation in the midst of knowing she was going to leave him?
I don't know.
They were in the Palm Springs house when that happened. So it's like, why would you plan these huge things and spend all that money? Oh, hey, girl.
Snap. It's cold tea.
Hey. I'm in bed and stuff because I'm a little sick, but I figured I'd pop in. I don't want to, whatever thought you were having, you can finish that.
Yeah, we're just questioning why Kira was planning vacations and buying RVs while she was planning to break up,
Yeah. I love that we're both in bed right now.
Literally. That's fun. My thought was how in that, this is like a little bit off topic, but still relevant, in that live stream, okay. So Oscar was talking about how he doesn't think Kira's official boyfriend is like not official yet, or Kira's man or whatever isn't official yet. Do you guys think that she would have a boyfriend and bring him on the channel at some point?
I think she's waiting because she's getting so much hate right now, because I don't know if you watched that video they just posted about the walkthrough, like that when Oscar first went to look at the house. He was like, "Oh, did you build that shoe rack by yourself?" And she was like pausing, and then she was like, "No." And then they laugh about it. I was like, she had a dude over and he knows it and caught her.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that? Oh my God.
Bro, I don't just see it. I don't watch all these videos. Sometimes people send.
I haven't watched a lot of their stuff.
I need to. I need to. But I need to catch up. I'm just like, I always look at other things, and I have people always send me stuff. I got the live from a couple different like subscribers, which is amazing because I missed it. But what I think is what you said is that she's waiting on like revealing someone if she has someone. And obviously, by what Oscar said in that live, it's like there is somebody else. Like, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she's waiting because all she's going to do is get backlash. Because if she revealed that she had somebody, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is the guy you cheated on Oscar with. And so she's just like, she's not ready. And so that's what I'm saying though. So for Oscar to put that out there like that, like he is sending hate and backlash to the mother of his children, which by the way will affect her income for his children. So that's why it's wrong. I don't know. It's not about bashing. It's about the like how it trickles into the children.
He knew people were gonna see that.
Yeah. Oh no, they all knew what they're doing. I mean, Corinna was just there, I think, but Keren and Oscar knew exactly what was going on.
Corinna was like in the backseat on another planet. Like I'm not even sure she knew exactly.
She was in the backseat. She was driving. She was driving.
Are you serious? I thought she was in the backseat. Like the
what were you guys watching? I didn't see that.
You didn't. I uploaded the whole damn video. It's up on my channel.
I didn't watch the whole thing. Look.
Oh no! If you watch the whole thing, they say it later on where they say, Corinna, like get out of the chat. You're driving. She was driving. She was driving.
Apoc, I said this to you earlier in a message. I love being a drunk bitch. No hate on drunk bitches, but we do not stand drunk driving bitches. Like, I thought that she was plastered.
Nope.
If she was plastered and driving,
she sounded like
a serious problem.
Well, apparently, somebody in the chat said that that Corinna doesn't drink, and I think I've heard that before. So let's just assume that's the case. It doesn't matter because she's driving while in the chat. She was also like buying badges and leaving comments in the chat too. So she's looking down on her phone. She's driving. She's buying stuff. It's like, bro, these people that are in the back seat, I know you don't have children, but these people in the back seat do. Keren has a new baby at home, and Oscar has, and plus all the other children, and Oscar has 4 kids himself. Like, you're not thinking about these other people. But it's not just Corinna's fault. It's all 3 of their fault for not thinking about their damn kids and their own damn lives too. They're all like, Keren is a piece of crap, and Corinna's like whatever, and then Oscar's whatever. But like, bro, you don't even appreciate your own damn lives.
I mean, honestly, I don't blame Corinna at all. If it's like my mom always said, you are who you hang out with. And I understand that they're trying to get places and they're trying to have this money and have this lifestyle. But if you're going to be in a car with someone that's recklessly driving, that's on you. If you were to die and your kids are gone without their parents, that's on you. That's not Corinna's fault if anything was to ever happen. Because don't get in the car. Like, God.
Yeah.
Can these people not afford an Uber? Like, is the lawsuit really doing Keren in that much? Like,
no, honestly, people, they'll do anything in this generation, in this time. People will literally do anything to get famous, to get their money. And that includes these family vloggers that exploit their children until they can no longer be exploited. I know, because Kira's even admitted to it. She got pregnant multiple times just for the views. And
their last one was definitely a cloud baby for sure.
Oh, for sure. Because their subscriber count dropped, I think, like 200,000 or something like that. And then boom, all of a sudden she's pregnant and it went back up. It's like, you're having kids for views. You're hanging out with these people for views. In reality, if all of this didn't matter, would you be friends with them? No. They would never even speak to you.
No, they wouldn't. And like, one thing that I noticed when it came to, and I'm actually surprised Keren didn't do this, but she was probably just after the most money as possible. Because she doesn't have nearly the amount she has like half the amount that Kira has on her personal channel. But on K Baby, Kira ignored that for like almost an entire year without uploading. And then once she had the baby, just milking it over and over and over again. She was exploiting that baby to the fullest. And KK and Baby J did the same damn thing. They just didn't do it on their personal channels. They did it on the main.
And I think that's why a part of me also gets annoyed with all of these vloggers, is because they know logically, especially if you've had children, it is very, very dangerous to have more kids after that many C-sections. And Kira's still sitting here like, oh, I want a 5th baby. It's like, do you want your uterus to explode, ma'am? Because that's what's going to happen. And she's the only one that wanted a 5th one after doctors told her, do not do that again. You're done. Like, you've done it. And she still wants to do it, all for views, all for money.
No, and that's
people have been telling her that for years. Like, literal years. Every single baby she had, they're like, okay, Kira, like, you really need to be careful because this is another C-section. Like, this is
you're supposed to also wait like 4 to 5 years before you actually try. You're supposed to wait a while.
Heal properly.
Yeah, and like they just want to push them out for clout and exploit them. It's disgusting, and that's even risking their own person. And like Kira was told, like you said, not to do it again by a doctor, and then when she talks about it, she doesn't even bring that up. She's like, no guys, I'm not planning to have another baby. It's just
She
like maybe
straight up
in the
said
future.
it. No, she said it in the car that she will. Before her and Oscar announced they were breaking up, she's like, if I have a baby with another guy in the future. And I was like,
that was the one after their last baby. It was the one talking about the vasectomy, I think. And
Yeah.
she didn't want to get her tubes tied because she's like, just in case we're not together anymore, and if whoever I'm with wants to have a baby or whatever. It's like, that's not how that works, dude. You said that you can't have any more because you had a high risk pregnancy. You had a miscarriage prior because of your scar tissue. So it's like, at least that's what it probably was. But you were a high risk pregnancy, and now you're not even factoring that in, which is just like, I'm like, bro, you?
I mean, after all of those pregnancies and getting cut that many times, your uterus is so thin at that point that it is very, very dangerous. And I don't even think that her or Keren, oh my God, Keren, with the scar tissue complaint all the time. It's like, that's not the only thing. Like, your organ is used, bro. Like, calm down. I think you're good.
Yeah. Right. No, she definitely did that. And like you said, there's a big it's like time frame, or like it's very small. Like you can milk pregnancy like throughout the whole pregnancy, but even that gets a little bit stale. But when it comes to like a newborn baby, the time frame is so small. Like it's within a matter of like between from when that baby's born to like a month, and then it's done. Then you can't really milk it. I mean, in KK and Baby J, they're still trying by putting like baby in every title they have, but they're it doesn't work after a certain point in time because their fans only care about newborn babies.
Exactly. And I feel like I don't remember where I read it, but somebody said that Kira really likes the newborn stage, but then she's good after that. Like, that's when she needs another kid, because then the newborn stage is over and she just wants a baby. She doesn't necessarily want to deal with them as toddlers.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that she doesn't love them. Like, obviously she loves them and wants to be with them. But I think definitely the cute, I'm getting money and views and all this stuff, like, that's over for her. It goes right out her mind. Like, again, loves her kids, but she's like, I need another newborn. Need some money today.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've seen that's like fairly in regular everyday people's lives. Like, once kids are like kind of getting into the toddler stage, you're like, oh, I missed the baby stage, I want to have another baby. Like, that is pretty common. But I think it's like, it's more insidious because you, like, anybody that watches YouTube or family vloggers in general, you cannot deny that money and engagement comes from having a baby. So that is automatically going to be attached. I mean, how many like channels have started just because they're like, oh my gosh, getting my yes on my pregnancy test, and then they go on to be family vloggers because they get, like, that video goes viral and they get like 1 million views, or sometimes more than that. And
no, you're right. Recently,
unignorable.
Recently I discovered that Maya Knight was watching KK and Baby J and other vloggers before she started her TikTok. So now it's questionable as to, like, this was before she was pregnant. So now it's questionable. I'm like, okay, well, did you have your babies? Were you planning something? Now it's kind of like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's the same thing when Teen Mom got really popular in 16 and Pregnant, where girls were purposely trying to have a baby at that age so they could apply for the show. Like, there were so many articles about that. And I mean, I really do think that that's part of it. I think, because didn't Keren mention, like, a super long time ago, because I stopped watching her a long time ago because she was driving me nuts, but I'm pretty sure she mentioned how her and Kwa wanted to have a baby when they were like teenagers, and they were trying in high school.
You said that her, like, that's Keren and Kwa?
Yeah, Keren said that in a video a long time ago, how her and Kwa wanted to have a baby in high school. Like, they were talking about it. Like, I think she said they were like 15 and 16 or something like that. And they were like, we want to have a baby for so long, blah, blah, all this stuff. And I was like, guys, do you guys not want to be teenagers? I'm so confused.
That's really
So
weird
like
for
basically while Qual was like breaking into cars and
yeah.
stealing
He was just
stuff,
trying
you
to
want a
find
baby? Okay.
he was just trying to find things for the baby. You know, he had, you know, that's the only way he could find like a car seat or something. So
Yeah, you
Dude,
just steal
that-
iPods and it'll just materialize into diapers. That's how it works.
Dude, that is too funny because all I can think of is when he was like, "Oh, we were so poor. I mean, we lived in a really nice house, but I
oh
was poor."
man.
I was like, "Wait, what?"
Okay, so Qual, you were a teenager that didn't have a job. Like
That's what
you
you're saying.
personally not having money doesn't mean that you are poor and that you grew up poor.
As you walk into
bye.
your mansion in
Well-
your own room.
One point I always point out when it comes to like Qua and being poor is that he only like equates it to him being like 16 and 17, but not any other age, like prior when he was like really, really young. Because around that time, 16, 17 is when his like parents were getting divorced, and that money, they had a lot of money, but that money was obviously being split. So what it looks like is that up until that point of the divorce, he was getting spoiled, and then when they were getting divorced, he like wasn't
Stuff
getting
got cut
them.
back on.
And yeah, and he started to that's when he started to, you know, he wasn't getting it what he wanted, and so he took it upon himself based from his own jealousy, and then was starting to take from other people. And that's what I definitely think happened. And it shows with it now, because you know, he talks about this big game about like working hard, like, and attributing that to like the vlogs, but vlogs are easy as hell. Now you can give him credit where credit's due about being like consistent for 3 years straight every day. Okay, fine. Is it hard work? No. Consistency, we'll give you your credit, but it's not hard work. But you would think that for someone who apparently worked like every day for hours on end at the family restaurant, that could actually be counted as hard work, would think that, man, these vlogs are easy as hell. You know, no, they can't ever say that. So in my opinion, he wasn't really, you know, working as hard as he likes to claim. Plus, in that Kick-Ass interview video that he did before Kick-Ass got dissolved, also said that him and his friends lived the Kick-Ass lifestyle, and he was going on boats and jet skis when he was a teenager. So there's just so many plot holes.
Oh my god!
One of my favorite things is when KK and Baby J stands are like, they don't make all their money from the vlogs. The vlog's a real estate agent, and it's like, okay, but he hasn't done that for years,
3 years?
like literally years. Like, when
He
was the last time this man sold a house? Bye.
He straight up admitted that they vlogged for 3 years straight and did nothing else. And then if you go to their, I think it's on their podcast somewhere, where Qua says, they talk about the real estate stuff, and Qua says that he tries to avoid doing real estate and only does it for friends and family. You know, people that he can, the people that will trust him and that he can easily screw over, because, you know, that makes sense.
You mean like a certain
somebody who's doing them right now, allegedly? You know?
Like a certain business
Dude,
partner, you know?
I'm so confused about how Oscar can afford to keep going to Florida, because it's very expensive, for one. I know he's staying with them, but obviously their income has shot down a teeny bit with everything that's been going on, especially Kira. She lost a lot more.
I think he shut down a lot because they're not
I think
uploading
the sales
consistently.
from
no.
the truck and stuff, he's probably
Mhm.
pissing that money away. That's
what
kind of
I'm
what I
saying, yeah.
assume it is.
Mhm. That's why I think it is, yeah.
Large influxes, you know, the RV or the camper, whatever it was, the truck. I assume he probably sold some of his other, like, if he had a 4-wheeler or whatever, I don't know what these people have, just a bunch of toys that he doesn't really need to have and needs the money, but then he's down in Florida. So I also assume that when he travels to like go see his family, that they probably help a little bit to get
That's what I was
them
thinking
to come
too.
visit. But Florida, come on, man.
Yeah, I definitely think he's using the money from the RV and the truck and like whatever else that he sold to do what he's doing now. But like I've said this earlier in my in the stream, that money that's just sitting there, that you're not putting any money into, because they're not uploading on Okay Baby. They're not uploading on Okay Baby. They're not uploading very much on, or he's not uploading very much on his own personal channel. So it's like,
well,
you know,
he stopped posting on that channel for years after he did that one, like, helping that random guy. Like, he just never used that channel again. So I can't imagine that he's bringing in that much from it in general anyway.
No, no, I can't imagine that. But anyways, guys, I gotta get going. My son's gonna wake up soon. I got some other stuff to do.
Me too. My
But
kids just got home. I'm gonna get killed.
Oh, perfect. But I appreciate you guys coming on here. I want more people coming and doing this. Colty, thanks for your input. Always appreciate it.
You're welcome. You know me,
Yeah.
I can't keep my
Nice
mouth
talking
shut.
to you.
Yeah. But thanks for everybody tuning in. Sorry if I didn't get to your comments, but I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.
Bye.